Welcome to episode 7 of How to Increase Your Leadership Range. In this episode, we again deepen our exploration of Structure Dynamics Level 1 by looking at the range of a bystand. In episode 4, 5, and 6, we covered moves, opposes, and follows respectively, where follow introduced the line of inquiry. And in this episode, we continue to explore the line of inquiry by looking at what bystand brings to a conversation. By now, I hope that the awareness of what range looks like in level 1 has made it possible for you to intervene more effectively as a leader. Bystand brings the last part of level 1 into focus, which is a powerful tool for intervention I believe every leader should master. Let's jump in. The line of inquiry allows us to deepen the conversations we are in by making reflection possible or by bringing exploration or differences to a conclusion through agreement. Bystand offers more information or neutral observations which can be expressed in two ways. I can offer an observation about myself in the moment, or I can offer an observation of others. And as long as I offer this neutrally, it seems to have the effect of creating awareness, deepening focus into inquiring about what is going on or what is needed. This is a powerful tool for intervention in any collaborative setting if offered skillfully. And Cantor is known to have said that where a team has a chronic deficiency of bystand, there is sure to be dysfunction. The range of a bystand is to bring perspective, either through adding more information relevant to the conversation or by offering observations. It seems to create awareness, reflection, and to moderate the dynamics of an engagement. But as we know by now, some of us can get stuck in one speech act as our default mode, and soon people label us as the bystander, or they disregard our inputs from this default mode. Worse still, they experience our impact differently to what our intent was. So when we get stuck in bystand, or when we have not developed our range when in high stakes, our limited range can have people experience our bystand as disinterested or aloof, judgmental, withdrawn, or even interfering. Our biggest challenge in offering bystand effectively is to do so timelessly and neutrally. An unskillful and biased bystand tends to derail conversations, shut engagement down, remove safety, or trigger people, whereas skillful and neutral bystands are insightful and help people to get the conversation unstuck by creating awareness or inviting self awareness around the engagement. This allows people to intervene themselves. Even if we offer a bystand around positive interactions in a way that is not neutral, people come to expect these as guides or approvals from our side and inadvertently interpret the lack of these bystands as an indicator that they did something wrong. So, how do we offer skillful bystands? The best way for me to describe this is by inviting you to first work on your biases and let them go in the crucial moment in service of the conversation. Secondly, consider yourself to be like a phone camera, documenting a video of the conversation and playing it back exactly as it is, without any interpretation on your part. An example would be a team brainstorming around some options to solve a difficult problem, and when getting to the stage of the brainstorming where they assess the options for credibility and risk in order to narrow them down, two of the team members get into an argument because they are playing with move and oppose repeatedly. In this scenario, an unskillful and unbiased bystander would be something like, "Hey, you two, your bickering is putting everyone else on edge and it's not helping us get anywhere." This indicates several judgments. Firstly, that arguing is wrong or undesired. Secondly, that is unhelpful and should be minimized in this session. And thirdly, that the team reacts to this negatively when it is present. All of these are assumptions, biases, judgments, expectations, or unconfirmed beliefs, and therefore not an accurate representation of what had played out. It is also likely to negatively impact the whole team for several reasons. A skillful bystand would be something like, "I'm noticing that only two people in the team are talking about the options on the table, and they seem to be in a pattern of making suggestions and opposing those suggestions while everyone else has gone silent. This bystand makes self reflection possible without the added moral judgment or burdens of sifting through assumptions and biases. And by doing so, the two that are arguing with one another can reflect themselves about what is going on while becoming aware of their impact on the team and the work. Were this to be followed, for example, by an invitation to the team for a bystand on how this is impacting on them, or what the whole team thinks is needed right now, then the needed conversations about the real issues can commence. Like with all conversation, to lead skillfully requires practice and self awareness. So, what do you need to do to develop your leadership range?